Yo, 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 what's the deal? Try to jump in here real quick and jump out of here. Real quick. Share this up real quick. Yes, sir. I want to make this a little bit fast, real quick, so I can get in and get out. Pin this on top here. Okay, dokie. Mm. Let me get this out the way real quick. Big shout out to my guy Prop and um, the team over there. Won 25 bucks from these guys last night. My boys. Let me tweet this out. Big time giveaway. Almost done with this long ass tweet, man. But I gotta show love. They always show love. We've been, I've been messing with these guys for a long time. They family. They family. Okay. All right. So, Big Ed, what up, Ed? What's going on? Good morning, Pat. Good morning. Had another solid night. Today, I hope to continue my streak on my birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Shout out to my guy Pat, man. Happy birthday to you. My birthday is coming up soon. My birthday is next month. Okay. So, real quick here. Let's take. I'm gonna do. I want to do a quick little drive by and get through this. Right. I know it's NBA. Ed say happy birthday, my guy. I know it's NFL day, so let me try to breeze through, right? Quick news that we got. Joel Embiid will have a minutes limit. He will. Austin Mr. Joel will play. They optimistic. So hopefully he plays. I mean, I don't know if he plays. Hopefully he don't play, truthfully, but today. Lonzo, uh, available to play. White available to play, and Vucevic available to play. Right. So what's up, my guy Santana? Let's get this money out for sure. Um, Yes, sir. It's my birthday. I'm off work week on vacation. Nice, good stuff, man. Good stuff. You said thanks. All right, so look, real quick here. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna just go through. I'm gonna get out the way, man. I'm getting in and get out the way. Hopefully, I can do this in 15 minutes. I did look over some things. If you guys want to see if I can do this like this every day, um, we'll see, right? Just I want to make it accessible for folks, right? But I did some looking through. We got a ton of games, so I did some looking through, and I'm just gonna blurt out, right? So first and foremost here, Philadelphia 76ers, Chicago Bulls, right? So we know we got the Chicago Bulls, one of the worst teams in the league. Right now they fighting with pace when it comes to Chicago, Memphis, Atlanta, Washington, Denver. We fighting with pace, right? And then if we looking at the defensive rating, then we flick towards the bottom. As you can see, Chicago, Washington, New Orleans, Chicago, the Jazz, the Pacers, the Lakers. All these teams are on the docket today as far as defensive rating. And so it is what it is, right? So the B's on the minute limbs. I check his first quarter prop, 5-5 on chalkboard for sure. So, long story short here, um, I'll tell you what I was looking at. There's a lot of things that are in play here. Your Tyrese Maxey's, everything, but we still needed Joel Embiid news. So at the end of the day, um, I can take a look at I can take a quick look at Paul George here. Now I got his assist prop at 4.5 last night where it opened up at. Let's see. It opened up at I got his assist prop at 4.5 last night, and in this matchup, I don't mind it, right? And like I said, he's hit the 4.5 assists and pretty frequently here and there, right? But in this matchup here, back-to-back games, he hit the four. Well, let me filter it down to the 4.5 because that's where I got it at. If you want to go down to an alternate line or something like that, you get it at a minus 135 at places. But like 7 of his last 10 games, he's hit that number, and 5 of his last 6 games, he hit the 4.5 assists. That's where I got it at. I should have dropped that in the members only. That was my bad. But at the end of the day, that's one play that stood out to me. I'm gonna try not to talk about everything, but from an overall standpoint, when you're looking at the Bulls, there's a lot of things that's going to be in play. The Chicago Bulls are giving up the most points in the league right now over the course of this season. So it should be an all-out for free fall. When you're looking at assists, Chicago Bulls are giving up the second most assists on the season. So it is what it is. A lot of loose basketball to be played here. I wouldn't be surprised if multiple guys hit their assist prop. I wouldn't say it's a super duper, um, I wouldn't say it's a super duper official play, but it just well, play that I've been playing, right? So it is what it is. Milwaukee Bucks, and right now it's at the 5.5, right? So Milwaukee Bucks and Brooklyn Nets, right? We got an over under 216.5 in this spot here. Um, there's a lot of things that can be in play here, right? Looking at Milwaukee, whenever Dame is in the game, uh, that point guard spot is kind of vulnerable, right? Especially to points, so points and threes. So Milwaukee right now they're giving up the most points on the season to the point guard position, right? So that's somebody like Dennis Schroeder, but I didn't bet on him, but I'm pointing him out right now. Where I think I want to tack this game at, as you can see, I got him over to the side. I haven't pulled the trigger on anything like that, but we're gonna get Nick Claxton's rebound sitting at 8.5. Okay, probably sitting at 9.5 by now, but it's at 8.5 at plus money. If you would like to tease it down, you can get it at minus 130 at 8. He's hit this number a few times versus this team, I believe. I could quickly do a quick comparison to see what's been going on lately between this team here. But Barney foul trouble, Claxton. I can see instances where he gets to his rebound prop here, right? So I'll go Claxton. I'll go rebounds, uh, and I'll go head to head. Okay. So he's hit this number his last 2 times versus this team. Rebound chances 19 and 14. Well, points wise for him, Um, he did have double digit points. He had a 22 points versus this Milwaukee team at once. So, there's that. There is a possibility that you could probably look at a double double or something for him on the books. Speaking of a double double, you'll get that at plus 240 for Nick Claxton. So that's something that you could look at if you're really, really feeling froggy. But, it is what it is, right? that's one play that I want to point out there. Keep in mind, Brook Lopez and Nick Claxton are two of the better shot blockers in the league. Okay, head to head, he didn't have a block this game, but he did have last time he played him. He had two blocks. Looking at his blocks over the course of this year, he's had a block in his last 10 games, at least one block in 8 of his last 10 games. Okay, I do want to take a quick intermission and look and see what Brook Lopez has been doing in the block category. Just keep in mind if he hasn't been blocking a lot of shots this year, just keep in mind he is one of the best shot blockers in the league, leading up to today, at least up until last year. So I definitely want to take a look and see what his block's been looking like lately. So, as we can see, Brook Lopez has 3 blocks or better in one, two, three, four, 5 of his last 6 games. Head to head versus this team. I don't know if he gets a lot of blocks versus this team, but we'll take a look, right? So, one of his last 4 games, he's had 3 blocks. He's had a block. So, somebody like Nick Claxton is not uh, he's not a high usage guy, so I see instances where Brook Lopez doesn't get a lot of blocks versus his team. But like I said, last 10 games, Brook Lopez has six of his last games. He got a block in 6 of his last 10 games, and uh, every game, 5 of his last 6 games, he had 6 blocks, including 3 blocks, including five in a row. No, I'm not doing NFL. I'm doing a quick run by to the NBA, and then I'm going. I gotta go. Right? I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta tend to life. So it is what it is. But I'll give you guys a quick, brief go run through. I want to try to keep this at about 20 minutes, no longer than that, so people can go back and try to look and see what I'm on. Right? So next play here is next play here we're going to look at is going to be the Charlotte Hornets and the Indiana Pacers. Okay, so top player today yesterday was Mobley for me. He went in there, he got it in. Okay, so there's nothing stopping me. Looking at the Indiana team and going up against the Charlotte team, you have to consider. You got to because of what Power Forward's been doing to this Charlotte Hornets team. I just think you have to. You don't have to do shit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But I think I think you could consider. I think you can consider a power forward here or there. And vice versa, right? Because India be giving up points to power forwards as well. But I'm looking at Charlotte, right? It just and then this is all contingent on if not all, but it can be contingent on if you get somebody like Nick Richards is out. If Nick Richards is in, I can see I like going to his rebounds. I definitely do. I always go to Nick Richards rebounds, but we need that news. But if we can get an aggressive Pascal Siakam, I don't see any reason that he doesn't get to his points prop sitting at around 19 and a half. Like I said, if he doesn't get there, I haven't played it yet. I'm really, 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 really tempted to play it, but this is one of the areas that this team is lacks defensive presence, and then Bridges is close to coming back. Okay, so that's another thing. But last time these two teams played, I think he went over his points prop, Pascal Siakam, and then 5 of his last 6 games he went over his points prop versus this team, and then right here at 18, he flirted with He flirted with it. Almost missed it by the hook. He missed it by 2. 19 and a half points. That's his point prop right there. So it is what it is, right? As you can look right here on the side here, if you want to look at the power forwards here, points allowed right here, you can see they're in the green at 25, right? So it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's an okay spot for Pascal Siakam. If he can it's up to him to get this points prop for us, right? Last 10 games, um, he's 6 for 10 in this matchup. To this number, his last 10 games, he's sold right here versus the Pelicans. Memphis, pretty tough matchup when you're going up against Jaren Jackson, who's one of the top, if not the top candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Toronto don't like the pace that they play. Uh, Brooklyn could have ran across with Ben Simmons. Dorian Finney-Smith don't like the pace that they play. This game here, this environment, I can see instances where he could probably get there versus Charlotte. It's a lean. I haven't put anything on it yet, right? And speaking of Charlotte, as we can see, we got Brandon Miller over here. He's in play off of sheer volume, okay? Points and or threes. Take it or leave it. Be my guest. And like I said, um, they do have, they do have Nick Richards listed. I'm a fan of his rebounding ability, and sometimes he does get there to in the double double category. You can get a double double for Nick Richards at plus 160. All right, a lot of other players that are in play right now, but those are the guys that I'm looking at, and I haven't pulled the trigger on any of these guys yet. There's a ton of different plays, ton of plays on the board. I'm not touching on everything like I usually do. Um, Denver Nuggets and Atlanta Hawks. Lo and behold, here, this game here should be off the chain. This is a back to back for the Denver Nuggets. Keep an eye out on Joker. Joker's a pretty tough guy. I think he goes right. So at the end of the day, this game could be one, right? Denver coming off a tough loss. So both of these teams are not that good defensively. So that's one thing we can look at here, right? So Atlanta. Looking at Atlanta from the three ball, right? Let's see. Just in general, Atlanta is giving up the most threes in the league at 16.7, right? Then you got Denver right there. Both of these teams are in the top five. You also got the Lakers. You also got Sacramento. You also got the Pelicans. All these guys are on the docket today. Okay. Now, as you want to go positional. As you can see, shooting guard Atlanta giving up the second most threes at five to shooting guards. Um, Denver giving up almost five threes to shooting guard as well. So, if I don't look at, or you could also look at raw points as well, because you could look at points category over here. You can see the 29 for Denver to the shooting guard. And you could also see the 30 to Atlanta. That's for the shooting guard. So, me personally, I probably wouldn't be looking at a Dyson Daniels, but I'll be looking at Bojan Bogdanovic in that spot. Before I go any further, this is a big time same game parlay atmosphere, right? Really, really big time same game parlay atmosphere. As you can see, when you look at the assist props here, um, in general for as a team. Denver giving up the most assists in the league. Washington giving up they top 10 to giving up assists. I mean, Atlanta top 10 to giving up assists. And then at the end of the day, when you're looking at potential assists, uh, Denver and Atlanta number two and number three. I don't want to go any further, right? What I want to do is I want to know if um, I want to know if Aaron Gordon is playing today, and that's if Joker and the rest of these guys. That's what all I want to know, right? Because I don't have to bet on Jalen Johnson. I don't have to bet on Aaron Gordon either. But you know, Aaron Gordon is is a nice piece, you know what I'm saying? A nice piece. He's got a high basketball IQ. I ain't gonna say he can completely negate somebody like Jalen Johnson, but it is what it is. We know this Denver team is not good defensively. Washington came in there and murdered them yesterday. So at the end of the day, with injuries, so at the end of the day, Trey Young, his assist prop opened up at 12 and a half. I think I'm going to the double double, or at least the points for Clint Capella. I have him set over here to the side. You get a double double for him at plus 135. Barring any foul trouble, I can see instances where he gets there. Who do I see having a big game from this game? It is very, 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 very. It's going to be a very interesting, uh, it's going to be interesting, bro. First of all, we need to see who's going to be in and out. Jamal Murray plays, if Gordon plays, which I think they do. Um, I can see instances this game goes over. I mean, 242 over, 242 total here. And like I said, a back to back for Denver Nuggets. At the end, they couldn't stop anything yesterday, right? And it shows. It shows right here. It shows right here in the numbers. You're looking at the points here, as you can see, Denver they top five, top 7 or 8 giving up points. Atlanta top. Can they stop anybody? Can they stop anybody? Right. So and they're getting ready to see some better offensive players this game. Anything can happen this game. I probably wouldn't take the under here, but who knows? Anything can happen. If you don't want to look at the under here, on the back to back for this team, especially how Trey Young has got these guys as a well-oiled machine, you could probably look at team totals, right? Team total, team props, team total. The home team, um, the home team, Atlanta Hawks, their team total sitting at 122. And you can also, even if you're doing parlays and stuff like that, you can alter team totals as well. So, it's a lot of different ways you can skin a cat if you're looking at on the books and things of that nature. Some of these books let you control your own destiny, but at the end of the day, I can see a lot happening. Just doing a quick glance here, a quick glance here. Somebody who I would be looking to bounce back would be Michael Porter Jr., right? He's somebody that I'd be looking to bounce back. In perfect world, I do like threes, bro. I would be looking at Michael Porter Jr. and definitely looking at Bogdanovich. You know what I'm saying? Because look, man, I was looking at, you can take a look at some of the shot profiles and things of that nature, right? So this is last 3 weeks. Last 3 weeks, Atlanta continues to give up the threes. Pull up threes, mint green, but lime green, catch and shoot threes, corner threes, above the break threes, right? This is the last 3 weeks, and um, it's still green. But I usually look at the season overall, and overall on the season, I'll just type in last 16 weeks so I know we're covering the full season. As you can see, Atlanta pull up threes over the course of full season. Pull up threes. These are they're allowing, right? Doesn't mean makes. We already know they're at the top of the food chain and giving up threes, but pull up threes, catch and shoot threes, corner threes, above the break threes. They're giving up threes, but you have to look and see if the other guys are worthy of making the threes. Okay, so you got to put a few and few together, right? On the Denver side here, you know, pull up threes are gonna happen, right? Doesn't say they give it up. It's gonna happen. Catch and shoot threes, it is what it is. They green there. Um, Corner threes, above the break threes, paint points. That's one thing. I tell you guys all the time. Uh, Joker, he knows how valuable he is to the team. He will not get in foul trouble. He cannot get in foul trouble. Prime example, yesterday. Who do we like? I said it. We like Valanciunas. Valanciunas went right in there, grabbed his double double, almost got 20 points, got in there, got the fuck out of there, right? So as long as Clint Capella, I think he can stay out of foul trouble. If he can stay out of foul trouble, we know what he does, right? He can go in there and steal a few rebounds. He can steal 10. You know what I'm saying? He can get a couple lives in route to a double double. Probably can, So it is what it is. I have interest in that as well. So, like I said, looking at Denver here, Denver will give up the threes, right? They will give up the three in certain instances. So, like I said, looking at a defense versus position here, we can take a look at the shooting guard here, and we can see Denver, right? Denver's giving up 5 threes right there. That's Bojan Bogdanovich. And then you got guys like of the other ancillary guys that shoot threes here and there, right? So this could anything can happen. I would be live betting this game. I would be doing a lot of things with this game, right? And in hopes that it pops off, right? Like we wanted to. The small forward position. Looking at the threes here, Atlanta giving up 3.5 threes to the small forward position, okay? And Atlanta's giving up raw points to the small forward position as well. And then Denver, they're neck and neck, okay? So they're neck and neck. They're equally trash when it comes to the small forward position. 21 and 23 points, and then 3.43 threes, 3.42 threes, right? So Michael Porter Jr. is a guy, it's a bounce back candidate for beyond the arc. He did not hit no threes yesterday. I think he only hit one, if that. So at the end of the day, it's too much that I like from this game. I'm just giving you guys my thoughts there. Like I said, Trey Young, his assist prop opened up at 12 and a half. This shit is probably going to be a movie, right? So it is what it is. Few triple double candidates, whatever, right? Whatever. So I did put Capella up there for the sake of, if you want to look at rebounds, if you want to look at his points or whatever the case may be, it is what it is. But there's too many names to put up here, bro. There's too many names, sir. And at the end of the day, all these motherfuckers can sell. So let me keep it moving. I'm already at 25 minutes now. New Orleans Pelicans and San Antonio Spurs. No, 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 no. Cleveland and Miami Heat. Right. So like I said, um, I didn't make a play on this game. Um, I can see instances where um, Mobley gets right back busy here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it funky with you. But Tyler Hero is another guy that I really really have interest in. Uh, I don't know what they did with Terry Rozier yesterday. Just listen to me say that I like this 10.5 and just straight fuck me on over, right? But it is what it is. But Tyler Hero, this Cleveland's backcourt, I'm not a fan of this defense for this Cleveland backcourt. If we get an aggressive Tyler Hero, I could see instances where he can make some damage here. And the vice versa, Tyler Hero is not the greatest defender, so it is what it is. One thing I do want to point out to you guys is Bam Adebayo and what he's been doing in the rebounds and assists category. Didn't make a play on this either, but for future references, if you guys want to, get to a Bam, um, this should be a good game, Troy. If you're going to get to a Bam assist prop in the future or something like that, trust me, I haven't made any play on this game on this though, but he's hit this 4.5 assist prop in 8 straight games. Sometimes you got to notice when offenses are doing things differently, running the offense through different players, lineup changes. As you can see, Rozier had moved to the bench. This Miami team is just trying a lot of different things, but excelling. Bam Adebayo has excelled when his numbers called it just 4.5 assists. Area. So it is what it is. I'm not betting it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we can look at these numbers head to head. Last time he played these guys, he only had 3 assists. But that's just something I wanted to point out. One thing I would say is, Tyler Hero's barbecue chicken on the defensive side, and then, like I said, yeah, Garland and Mitchell, these guys are not good defensive players either, right? So I didn't make a play on this game. Maybe something live. Who knows, right? Let's just keep it moving, okay? Phoenix Suns, Orlando Magic. Okay, something that's kind of intriguing that I will talk about here is we know Franz is out for at least 4 weeks. We know Paulo was out, so other folks got to stand up, right? So points, right? So we know the number one, Jalen Suggs. I didn't make a play on Jalen Suggs. I'm probably going to take this just because, right? The usage he's already sitting at. Jalen Suggs already has a Orlando Suggs. So Suggs was as frustrating as hell. He already has he's averaging he's averaging he's averaging a 24% usage rate. I would expect this to go up to 27, 28 in the near future. Okay, no Paulo, no friends moving forward, right? But you don't have to bet on him if you don't want to. Guys like Katavious Caldwell Pope and Wendell Carter Jr. need to step up in this spot, right? And we also gonna have another guy that we're gonna have to keep an eye out on, and you can look for him. It's definitely gonna be um, uh, Maurice Wagner. He's going to be asked to score a little bit more points. He can put the ball in the rack. That will be his brother, right? So Mo Wagner, 12 points, 10 points, 20 points, 12 points, 3 points, 15, 16, 18, 19, 10, 9, 14, 10. He can score. He can score, right? Another guy we're going to be looking at is going to be, we're definitely going to be looking at Cole Anthony's going to step into the fold for sure. And um, Anthony Black is definitely going to step into the fold. So go and Jonathan Isaac's going to step to the fold as well. This team's still going to be good defensively. They're still going to be good defensively, right? But those are some of the guys that you're going to have to take a look at. Now, if we're getting aggressive, Wendell Carter Jr. A double double for him. You're gonna get it. I seen it at I seen it at plus I seen it at plus 400 at one time. Yeah. Oh, I got it over here. Yeah. So a plus 400 for him. And if you're looking at Goga Batadze, he's definitely gonna get you a double. I mean, he ain't gonna get you. I'm not saying he's gonna get you a double double, but he has that type of upside. Not saying going to play this number, play it, but at least the rebounds. You can look at their rebound props. You know what I'm saying? But Wendell Carter, we would be nice to see him get to come out there and be a little bit more aggressive, man. And 10.5 points is not a real possibility for him or Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Now the three ball for Pope, you're going to be looking at 1.5. I would say 2.5 at plus money. He should get extra shots, so we'll see what's going to happen, right? Not going to touch on the Phoenix side, just Orlando side right now. Memphis Grizzlies, Washington Wizards here. Now, what I'm considering here, I am definitely considering the 11. It was 11. Now it's at 12. Hey, this is a back to back from Memphis. I want to say shout out to Ja. We took the over points for Ja yesterday. We know he needed it. How about the dunk? God damn, you see that dunk? Ja went up there with the boom. Either way it goes, um, I'm looking at this game here now for a few different things, right? So we can look at first and foremost, we can look at if you're looking for a parlay piece, you can look at Jaron Jackson Jr., right? You could definitely look at Jaron Jackson Jr. For the 1-1-1 at a minus 175. He's hit this number frequently throughout the season, and the last two times he's played this team, he's hit this number. Okay, another play we could look at, as we know, they just got finished giving up almost 60 almost to the Joker, and he was my thumbnail yesterday. Washington is terrible versus centers, bro. They terrible versus centers. They're giving up everything except for the assists. And then Joker didn't even get his assists. But, I took the triple double and I took his rebounds and assists. He ended up cashing the rebounds, assists, missed the triple double. I broke even on his props. Should have took his PRAs as well. He hit that in points. Long story short, they've been getting murdered by centers. Um, you look at somebody like, not saying go there, but if you feeling froggy and in blowout purposes, you look at somebody like Brandon Clark at 8.5 points for plus 11, plus 100. He's got double-digit points 2 or 3 times this year. You can get 10 points for him at plus what? Plus 135. 15 points for Brandon Clark, sitting at plus 470. Double double. You can also take a look at double doubles for John Moran at plus 130. John Moran can flip with a triple double. You get that at plus 1600. So at the end of the day, there's some plays here, and to be had. Now, uh, I have interest, in the fantasy score for Jerry Jackson Jr. And then, the blowout pack, right? The blowout pack is in full effect here. Don't Not saying it's going to happen, but you can get 26 plus for Memphis at plus 550. You can get 31 point special for Memphis at at plus 1200. Man, those teams just ran out of gas yesterday. There's a lot of people flirting with the blowout pack, but they just couldn't seal the deal. But all those things are in play here in this game here. This Memphis team plays fast and got defense. I can see instances where they could probably come up here and blow their ass out. If you want to go with the blowout pack, don't forget to include the Memphis Grizzlies 11 21 through 30 at a plus 420. I usually play three and hope two hit, right? If I get the 31, then the 31 and the 26 a hit, and 11 to 20 will lose, right? I didn't. I should have took the 11 last night to secure it. Now it's at minus 140. I don't know, man. I don't know. Minus 140. The 12 should get you a better number. Okay, so it is what it is. All right. A lot of stuff is in play, including the blowout, right? Including the blowout. So, it is what it is with that situation. New Orleans Pelicans, San Antonio Spurs here. Um, I was, I'm keeping an eye. Well, first of all, we got a 225 over under in this spot. That's one thing. Number two thing, we need to know if Wimby is going to play. Okay, so that's another thing. Wimby goes. I have interest in his points. But right now, they only showing us Wimby because it is what it is, right? So a few things that we can talk about here. Uh, Taking a look at defense versus position, and I'm looking at the shooting guard position here, and I'm looking at San Antonio Spurs, which is giving up the most points. They're giving up every single thing to the shooting guard position, followed by Portland. But Portland slacks up. San Antonio, they giving it up all season long. This is the full season right here. If I go back to the last 4 weeks, let's say the last month, San Antonio Spurs top two in getting fucked up by the point guard position. The shooting guard position. Five threes, 32 points, yada yada yada. Right. Last 2 weeks to the shooting guard position. San Antonio Spurs last 2 weeks still getting murdered, still giving up five threes, all that shit, bro, all that good stuff, right? Sacramento too. So on and so forth. All that to the full season. I put in 16 weeks to make sure that we got the full season in there. San Antonio Spurs still number one, right? So they be getting murdered by shooting guards. That's going to be CJ McCollum, right? Now, DeJounte Murray, this is his old team, so I can't talk you off him. I can't talk you off him if you want to get to his points prop, rebounds, and things like that. Assists, rebounds, assist prop is an interesting play for DeJounte Murray. He's been killing it, but it is what it is. Next thing here is Chris Paul. Chris Paul's assist has been a wagon in most instances, but you could get it. You could get it on. I think you can get his assist on another book. It's not right here though on Prize Picks. Um, I don't expect Brandon Ingram to play today, so we can take a look at. So Herb Jones is in the fold. Okay. Uh, we can take a look at Trey Murphy, right? So looking at Trey Murphy here, he's got multiple threes. I want to say at least multiple threes in every game this year. So that's one thing you can look at. Trey Murphy. Um, Take a look at his 3 pointers made. And one, two, three, four. His last four games, he's got three threes or better. And then when you're looking at multiple threes, I can filter it to this season. Um, when you're looking at multiple threes, he's got at least two threes in every game he's played this year. From a rebounding standpoint, I do have interest in the rebound prop for Misi, especially if Wimby is out. So if Wimby is out, I'm definitely looking at Misi rebounds in some shape, form, or fashion. Okay, keeping it moving here, right? Let's see here. Go back to the NBA here. Minnesota Timberwolves and Golden State Warriors, right? So at the end of the day, I am looking at Curry, and I am looking at uh, uh, I am looking at Curry, and I am looking at uh, Ant Man, right? So you can look at Ant Man for points plus threes, as well as Curry for points plus threes. Curry has had three threes or better in every game this year except for one. Ant Man has had three threes or better in every game except for two or maybe three. I know two though, right? So these guys been shooting the three ball. Ant Man is shooting the three. I'm definitely tempted to take his threes. Other guys we could look at was other guys we could look at was Wiggins been hitting that 1.5 threes at a parlay piece, but I don't want to get too much, right? Those two guys. That's what you could where you can look at them at, right? Not my excuse me, I'm sorry, not my favorite game. You could definitely look at the rebounds for Go Bear, right? So Sacramento Kings, Utah Jazz. Y'all, everybody knows we got over under 232 and a half, right? Everybody knows Walker Kessler. That's my guy. Everybody knows that's my guy. He's gonna have to stay out of foul trouble. Number one. Number two. I looked at some of the games versus Sabonis. It just didn't look that good. But am I gonna still go back there and probably take a stab at it behind you guys' backs? I probably maybe right. I might take a stab at his rebound. Might take a stab at Walker Kessler's double double, but I'm not giving it out, right? So, but at the end of the day, he's been that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? So right now we don't have any numbers for him out anywhere. We do know that Walker Kessler is a big time shot blocker. I could take a look at some of his. I could take a look at Walker Kessler right now, and we already know this, right? So I really don't even have to go there. Um, but what I will say, and one of the plays that I did play is going to be Malik Monk, right? So Malik Monk, looking at him, um, looking at his three ball, right? The two and a half threes. I took the over two and a half threes last night. As you can see, he's hit this number in one, two, three, four, five, six straight games. I don't know about the head-to-head matchup, but it is what it is. He's hit multiple threes in every game. Hit that number once. Taking a look at defense versus position and things of that nature. When we're looking at the two guard position, you're going to see Sacramento right there, and who are they playing? Utah, right? Both teams can give up the three, four threes to the two guard position. For Utah, 4.5, and then Sacramento giving up 5, right? So looking at the shooting guard position, I just I just wish I wish so because there's no Claxton, right? I wish Sexton, would just have a solidified role, but we can't trust it, man. We don't know if this Utah Jazz want to play, who they want to play, whatever. So we don't have any lines off of Colin Sexton at the end of the day. We can take a look and see, because I did not. I can take a look and see what Colin Sexton has done in this versus this team. Let's see. Sexton, Colin Sexton versus Sacramento. 18 points last time he faced them on the 16th of November. He went 4-7 for 3, and then back in the beginning of the season, he only played 18 minutes or 5 from 3, so it is what it is, right? If you're telling me he's gonna get 12 attempts, then I'm probably gonna end up liking him in some shape, form, or fashion. Need Glory Marketing news. If Glory Marketing is not in, then I'll have a little bit more interest in Colin Sexton here. Okay, but at the end of the day, both of these backcourts, whether it's Monk and and Fox, and then vice versa with Colin Sexton and Keontae George, those guys are not good defensively. Fox is in a wonderful spot, just depending on how aggressive he wants to be. I took the two and a half threes for Malik Monk, so it is what it is. Houston Rockets, Los Angeles Clippers. Houston Rockets traveling to the Clippers. I paused on this game. I'm going to be live betting this game. If it looks like Houston Rockets could be able to pull away, I'm probably going to live bet a margin. Okay. And then Portland Trailblazers at the Los Angeles Lakers here. What I was looking at here was that's why it's good to that's why it's good to that's why it's good to look ahead of things, right? Look ahead in life because, or go back in time and check out the timelines and things like that. So over the course of the season, versus the shooting guard position, Portland they look pretty bad, right? Over the course of the season, and I know Ant Man has they started off bad, right? Ant Man was fucking them up, right? I think he had back to back monster games versus them. Going back to the last 3 weeks, though, the last 3 weeks, um, we're going to look at the last 3 weeks. Portland, there's all of a sudden they're down here for some reason. I don't know, but they get a little bit better. They was getting over the course of the season, early in the season, they was getting their head beat in by shooting guards, things of that nature. So at the end of the day, I'm still not a fan of Anthony Simons or Shane Sharp's defense. So they still trash to me. But um, so you can look at somebody. I don't know who's going to be playing the two for the Lakers, flamethrowers, whatever the case may be. And then vice versa. The Lakers, they're not good defensively versus the guard position either. So you're going to have Anthony Simons. He could probably go out there and get hot or whatever the case may be, things like that, right? Um, Overall, not one of my favorite games, but I mean, I would take a look at Anthony Davis in this spot. One thing I was looking at Anthony Davis historically versus this team, he had some really good rebounding games versus this team, um, but that wasn't this year. Okay, so we're looking at a different, Portland team right now, and this team has its own frustrations. Right, Chauncey Billups um, not playing. Aiton in the game, and what I'm saying, just talked about he didn't like his he didn't like his demeanor or whatever out there, his efforts or whatever. Like, but historically, his last 3 games, he's had 13 rebounds or better. The points prop didn't look too good. I ain't even gonna lie. He's only give he had 30 points one time last year, followed by a 107-195 victory to Portland with 16 points there, and then Lakers blew their ass out by 24. He only had 14 points there. So at the end of the day, um, you know, even if you want to look at these things for live purposes, be my guest, right? So that just about sums it up, man. Portland, they 10-point dogs here, man. Anything can happen. I just don't know what's going to happen. Right? So, quick brief look at some of the plays that I went over and that I was looking at. Paul George, the 4.5 assists. That was the one that I was on. Nick Claxton, the rebounds for him. I have love for his rebounds here. Uh, Miller, 3.5 threes. Of course, I mean, it's juiced up now to minus 130. You want to go to 4.5, be my guess. Or his raw points, right? 26.5 and plus 100. Pascal Siakam is in a good spot to hit this 19.5 points. Don't know how aggressive he's going to be. Clint Capella, there's instances where he can hit his rebound prop. I just got this double up there because I might be thinking about taking it. But I have interest in this rebound prop. Only thing about that, to get the best number, it was 10.5, the 10, whatever. Evan Mobley, if you think he's still going to be hot, you can get to the 17.5 points. At the end of the day, he's shooting a three, all those good things, right? Wendell Carter Jr. I got the double up there just because it looks sexy, but at the end of the day, his points prop's in at 10.5. I think there's instances where he should hit that point prop, or at least 10. You can shake him down, parlays, whatever the case may be. Suggs is in a prime spot to hit his points. Suggs can be very frustrating. You can also look at um, Mo Wagner. You can also look at KCP for his threes or points. Grizzlies, I'm looking at the blowout pack here. Brandon Clark, there's value on his 8.5 points. Washington is terrible versus centers, and he should get blowout run. Jared Jackson Jr., the 1-1-1 as a parlay piece is in play. Fantasy score on pick'em sites. CJ McCollum is in one of the best spots on the table, on the board right now, statistically. Malik Monk over 2.5 threes. And then the Atlanta game, lo and behold, that should be the same game parlay de jour, right? I like the threes for Bogdanovich and I like the threes for Bogdanovich and Michael Porter Jr. All right, peace out, fam.